Once again, this is a part 5 to Ride 383's part 3. So let's continue.
Like, what the fuck? By giving her that ability, the show was ruined. But I will keep going, though. I've already said it. But shit's pathetic, bro. I don't know how y'all can keep watching this shit, bro. That's why I don't understand why you keep watching the show. Because obviously you find it more appalling and just a disgrace to the whole anime genre. And
I find it amusing to watch something get worse and worse. And the fact that it's considered one of the top 3 manga in the world is preposterous to me. The storyline, okay, I say this all the time, and I want you to answer this when you hear this, when you make your video response, and I'm pretty sure you're watching it now. So, when Aizen's gone, how will Bleach find a new villain? Like, how will it survive? Because really, the only reason why people watch the show now is because of the way of the element of surprise on how Aizen came out of nowhere and did all that shit. And then people was like, man, I gotta see how he get taken out. After Aizen's gone, like, Aizen really, he might have to be the end to this show. Like, after he's gone. Because I cannot see another villain posing any threat compared to what Aizen can. Because everybody else is just, well, like, you would literally have to have another dude in Soul Society just defect. Because there's really no one anywhere. Everything has been done. All the hollows have been accounted for. The strongest type of hollows is the Iron Car, or the little thingies that come out of the sky and shoot people down. Like, we've seen everything there is to see in this show. There's nowhere they can go after Aizen. Which is why this show has no depth. And which is why it has no story. All it is chase Aizen. Chase him. Chase Aizen. Chase him. That's all it is. And they finally got him where he is. So, let's see Ichigo go ahead and get his ass beat. Because you know that's what's going to happen. I mean, the nigga stopped his sword with a fucking finger. Like, I don't see any way possible. I don't care if you put a mask on, put horns on, grow your little weave out like you did with Okiura. I don't care what Ichigo does. If a nigga can stop your sword when you're in Bankai mode with a finger, you should have no shot of winning. So if Ichigo finds a way to even pierce his skin, then we have a right to call Bleach gay. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going.
And it's the worst show ever to
because my fault, bro. Because one problem that I do have with an anime such as this is that they usually show no evolution in the villains. Like, you know, if the villain owns your ass like 200 episodes ago, he'll still be at the same level because he didn't feel a reason to get stronger. But the main character just gets stronger and then gets on the same level as him. I find that to be bullshit. Like, come on, man. You mean to tell me in a year or so, Aizen's not gonna learn any new abilities? Like, trust me, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure we haven't seen him fight yet for real. Besides, besides him using that black coffin move on the wolf dude, and slashing people and and it looked like he shooting pose past them when he slashes them. We haven't really seen his techniques, but like, trust me, he's not gonna be as strong as he should be. Like, if you go by the evolution of Ichigo, I think Aizen should have just as much evolution in that amount of time. Because he should expect people to come after him. But anyway, let's continue the video.
To meet on the planet. Now, I understand if you don't like the show, but that's your personal preference. Everything you stated was personal preference. Everything you stated was basically things that you don't like, probably in any anime. So, like
I understand what you're saying. It's not factual. It's more opinionated.
I said, you probably go to anime and weed that out. Or you watch an anime and say, this ain't nothing like Bleach. I kind of like this. But you watch
pretty much
the whole series. Now, I understand. See, you wouldn't have grounds to even say nothing to me if you ain't watched the whole series, but
right. See? Right. But see, that's where the double-edged sword comes in. It's like, I shouldn't argue if I watched the show, but at the same time, if I didn't watch it, I have no reason to argue. Which is why I think that I should have watched it. Because by watching it, I know exactly what I mean when I say certain stuff. Like, Bleach, in my opinion, is horrible. Like, the way it was built. The first season of Bleach was flawless, which is why you cannot get no better than that. They're destined to get worse and worse and worse just because they started off just too good. That was just too good of a season. I just replay that and say Bleach over. Like, you know how Death Note was 40 episodes? They should have made Bleach 70. Just let Aizen go and then just leave a cliffhanger. Cause the niggas just one niggas that ask for more because really, man, it seems like all of these iron cars were made just to keep time going. Because none of them served any purpose. Besides Ichigo fighting them and getting stronger off fighting them. Other than that, I haven't seen no type of evolution. You know? Like, everyone that fought an iron car, all they did was show how stronger they got before they fought the iron car. And then when they fought them, they whipped out their new move out their ass. That's all they really did. The iron cars, that's the only purpose they served. Making everyone in the show stronger. That's a good guy. Other than that, none of them won really a fight. For real, none of them really won a fight to talk about. Like, I'm talking like, you're dead. Bye. You perish. Like, no one won a fight like that. So, no one in Bleach dies. Well, at least no good guys pass away. And that's another problem with the show. You cannot make, how should I say, you cannot make death not important in an anime. Because when you do that, then the anime loses the same type of importance. You know what I'm saying? I think I said this previously talking about, like, you know, if you can't die, then a fight loses its importance. I think I said that already. But the anime loses its importance too, because if the good guys never die, then we can predict everything. I mean, of course there's going to be little corkscrews in between, but we know start and finish. We just don't know the middle. That's all it is. But keep going though.
But what I don't understand is why you watched it though. See, you say I don't understand how you can watch this, but I don't understand why you can watch it, because obviously you seem to not find any enjoyment in watching it. Now, if you don't find any enjoyment in watching it, I don't, unless you're like a movie critic and you gotta watch shitty movies or anime or whatever, I don't see the point in it. So you
well, it's like I said, like, if I start watching something, I gotta finish it, because if I don't want to ever admit I wasted my time. Now, you know, in my mind, I'm always going to think I wasted my time based off of how the show was going, you know, how bad it got. But just basing off how they was the first season, you know, in the back of your mind, you think it's possible they can be just as good. But Bleach hasn't proven that they haven't made a season that's remotely close to their first season yet. All these iron cars, all of them are pretty lame. It's either they don't talk at all or they just love fighting. You know, Aizen is the only true G on the show besides Urahara and Kuryaku. They the top three. Ichigo, he just, if you put him up against all the main characters in every show, I don't think he'd ever get a first place vote. That's just me being honest.
kind of contradicting yourself on that point. Let's keep going.
Well, but see, I'm saying I don't know how people can watch it faithfully for enjoyment. That's what I'm saying. I watched the show just to see how it will end. There's like a big difference. It's like, if someone tunes in for something on the day it comes out, that means they're watching because they want to. If I tune into it, let's say 2 weeks later than it came out, that doesn't make me a faithful watcher like that person was. That just makes me, I just want to know what happened. You know, there's a difference. Plus, like I said before, I wait like 2 months later to even catch up. So it's not even like I know anything. I only know start to finish.
Everybody has a qualified, but this 15-year-old kid got a fucking hollow man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's true. He just happens to have everything. I mean, it's enough that this kid achieved fucking Bankai in 3 days, but he achieved the fucking Hollow Mask in damn near the same amount of time. Am I the only one that thinks that they stretching this nigga